What's going on? I'm John from PokeKom Collects, and today we're going to be covering some cards that are cheaper raw but can potentially give a bigger upside value. Getting over my words. So today we got a couple cards. We got 10, I think 10 cards we're going to cover, ranging around less than $10. And if you grade it, come back in a 10, could be over 50, close to around 50. We're going to take a look at some of those. Now we got Mew V starting off. We got From Darkness Ablaze selling around 330. Can go for around $60 and a 10. We got recent sales 67, 61, 56, 69. These were from the two most recent ones were 61 and 67 from November. Previous was October 19th and then September 30th. So not too many recent sales on this one. So could probably still get around this price value. Probably a little bit lower with the way how the market is acting now. Next up, we got Pikachu V from Vivid Voltage. We got in the last 6 months, selling going up around August. So the end of August, it looks like kind of had an uptick, selling around 253 now, and around $53 and a 10. Most recent sales price, starting from the 18th, so a couple days ago. 55, so we'll just go 56, 50, 41. And then let's see if I have any older sales. In October, it was still around 56, so not a bad. I think you can probably still, this card will probably stick around this price, so I'd be comfortable with saying you can get around $50 for that. Now, next up, which this is actually a card I'm going to be watching more closely just because of the Rayquaza from Evolving Skies. I know this one isn't the alt art or anything, but it's still trading around $7. The 10 is around $134, $135. More so, had the same jump around the other ones. You can't get these cards anymore. They're not going to reprint. I'm not going to say they're not going to reprint because Pokemon can do whatever they want. They are less than likely to be reprinted because they are out of the competitive rotation. So let's go into the recent sales, around 113 today, actually. So this card might come down some more. Yesterday was 139, 153 at the end of October. So it doesn't have a high selling point. A couple days in between these sales. Even now, we are already into September. We haven't scrolled that far down. So if you have this one, you might be able to pick it up, sell it for around that price, probably closer to 100 with the market now. All right, let's look at Pikachu VMAX from Vivid Voltage. We got it ungraded around $9, and in a 10, it's selling for around 72. In the last 6 months, we had this. Come on. Okay, it's being done. All right. Anyway, so we had the spike up around end of September, maybe right before October, but selling around 51 as of 2 days ago on the 18th. Also on the 18th for 80, 16th for 61, 80, 65. So it's kind of bouncing back and forth between 60 and 85. You can pick it up on the $60. The lower end would be a lot better, or if you send it in and grade it yourself. All right. Scandaconda, yes. Sandaconda V. I was trying to combine the V in there somewhere. I don't know why. But from Fusion Strike, we got it ungraded, selling less than $5, and we got PSA 10 around 43. This one is on the lower end, going based off which grading company you use and which grading price you use. It still could be double if you go with the $20 option. So we got on the 20th, so today, $36. So it's coming down a little bit, 44, 50, 40, 40. So yeah, it's starting to come down a little bit. This one I probably skip for now, but if you have it and want to grade it, might as well send it in. All right, now we got Rillaboom coming from Rebel Clash, selling around $1. This one's 23. Yeah, so it's still, if you can get the cheaper option, you can still make $5-10 off of it. So it's not too bad of a card. Not going to talk too much on that one. Next up, we got our Charizard Cracked Ice Hollow from Vivid Voltage, selling around $10. And then a PSA 10, it's around 84. So most recent 6 months, it's kind of been steady. It had that $10 jump here, and I had another $10 jump here. So it's not too bad. It's been slowly going up. Someone had best offer at 150, sold for 120 on the 4th, and then on the 8th, it sold for 68. So you might be able to pick this one up for a little bit cheaper than the $84 here. Yeah, it looks like that 120 might have just been a Phantasmal Flames hype buy right there. 85, 83, 65. Yeah, not bad. Still can make some money back if you have it and can grade it. Moving on to Snorlax Hollow from Vivid Voltage. This one kind of surprised me whenever I saw it pop up on the list. Because it is just a normal hollow. It's a sleeping Snorlax, so it kind of looks like the 151 promo. Different angle, different pose, selling around less than $3, and in a 10, you can get it around $84. Buy it or offered at 90, 89, 79. These ones were from September, or this one is from September. So for it to hold that $90 price over a couple months, I would be pretty comfortable saying you can get $90 for this one if you graded it yourself. All right, next up, last but not least, we got Gengar Hollow from Sword and Shield. I think this one might have had a boom. Nope, it was before the SRO was announced, but I think it might have been. Nope, it was before. So this one's still holding steady around 144. You can get it graded, or you can get it ungraded for $3 and get a way bigger upside potential. Let's see, September 3rd, we had a sale for 170. And then in August 24th, 132, 219 in August also. So this card, you probably got a lot of wiggle room if you're working with a seller, or if you're working with a buyer. You can probably get it way lower than that price just based off how often the sale's been, and it's just a normal hollow, but something to watch. So with that being said, if y'all like the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if y'all are gonna make any plays, or if there's any other type of era card, or which era would you like me to cover more so. If you want me to cover the older, if you want me to cover newer modern sets, I can. I try to mix it up. I kind of just pick random cards that I see throughout. So I don't really look at the set, but if you have a certain set you want me to look at, certain cards, let me know. Tune in tomorrow for our Future Forecast Friday. Yeah, Future Forecast Friday video, where we'll be talking about Mega Dream, Phantasmal Flames, Mega Evolution, and potential market look at. So we'll catch y'all next time. Have a good one.